right, y'all, and welcome to the Raw BJ podcast. We are here for another independent music moment. I'm just fucking it up today.
Yes, you. Yes, own it.
Let me go ahead and pass it over, y'all. We have H-Town's finest, Estevan the God, in the building.
Hey.
Zoom.
Yes. We'll be in the building at some point.
At some point, right.
In person, live, and in color. I will be in the building, I promise.
In living color.
Okay.
I can say that because they're not on the air anymore.
Period.
Right.
Estevan, how's it going down there in the H-Town?
Oh my God. The news that we just got, I'm still shocked about.
Shocking.
Absolutely.
I'm still like thinking about that man every 5 seconds because I'm like, he was so instrumental and he did a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about. You know, us hip hop people, we know about it. So it's just like, that was just so fascinating. For that to happen in my hometown, it's just eerie. I don't even know how to like explain it, but it's just I get chills thinking about it because I'm like, why? You know?
Right.
Why? You know, but
was that bowling alley, was that a place that you frequented?
No, but that area is like, it's clubs and stuff and bars and, you know, different events. I think I performed at one of the places that's like right around the corner from there. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, definitely really sad news to hear.
For sure. It's
definitely
like
hip hop took a hard hit with that one.
And not just the shock, but like a lot of secondhand trauma, like for people. Like I wasn't even there and it just shook me. Like I was like, what?
Right.
Like now it's gotten so bad now to where I can't even scroll on social media and see a picture of celebrity because in my mind they died. Like right when I see the picture, I'd be like, what? Not me alone. Then I look underneath, happy birthday. Oh, fuck. I was just, like in my mind, I was like, not Debbie, she out of here.
Right.
Like, and now, like, you know what I'm saying? When I seen Takeoff's picture, I'm like, you lying.
Yeah.
And then the reasons start coming out, and it's even worse than what I thought. And I had people calling me from Cyprus.
People that's involved, it's like, I'm kind of tired of hearing that story of like the killing, and it's just like, I can't tell people how to do what they do, but I'm like, why is it always in the head? Why is it always like to kill? Like, nobody know how to shoot in the foot, the arm. Like, can the person at least live another day? You know what I'm saying? But I don't have control over it, but I just hate to be. And even on that night that it happened, it was just thundering. I mean, the morning it happened, it was just thundering and storming like the whole day. So it didn't feel good at all.
It was ominous.
Most definitely. Well,
people don't even fight anymore. Like, I could have took a good
We're going to go ahead and move on to something that does feel good, and that's your music. So let's go ahead and talk about Estevan the God. We want to know, how did you get this name? Where did the name Estevan the God come from?
Okay, so Estevan is my real middle name. And the God, because I call myself the Guapo God, because Guapo is my thing. So I didn't want it to be Estevan the Guapo God. So I was like, I'll shorten it to Estevan the God. And, I just feel like Guapo is something I kind of branded and created. And so many people were calling themselves Guapo, like, after I was doing it. So I was like, you know what can be higher than the God of something? So I was like, I'm the Guapo God. So it's just Estevan the God, but it's Estevan the Guapo God.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm. Like, and Guapo means handsome in Spanish.
Oh, claro que sí. Yes, it does.
So, okay. So are you mixed with some type of Hispanic?
Yes, I
have. Are you of Hispanic descent? Are you mixed with some type of something in there? A little Alamo drops in there?
What's going on over there?
Little stuff here and there. I need to get like the ancestry to see what's all there, but I have in my dad's side, I have like Uncle Rico's, Uncle Renata's, so a lot of Dominican people. They still look black, but they got it in there.
Afro Latinas are a thing. Afro Latinos
Yeah,
are a thing. So yeah.
Very
a
true.
lot of history. So yeah.
Okay. So what got Estevan into music?
Musica.
Okay. What got me into music, I always loved music. But what got me started rapping was my aunt. She's $1 Million Girl, that's her name. Uh she was rapping like back in 2000, I want to say 2005. And I tell the story all the time. She came to like my house with her CD, and we was like all listening to it. And when I listened to her little mixtape, I was in my mind, I said, I'm going to be a rapper. So from that day forth, I was a rapper ever since. And my other aunt, she was managing her, so she was like, we can get you to like perform at like kids events and like school events and at the mall fashion shows. So that's kind of what I was doing. And ever since then, I kind of just been a rapper. That's been my profession. You know, in my head, when I was little, I was like, my job is I'm a rapper.
Right. No, of course. I mean, and you're very good at it, and you come from a place where talent is definitely abundant. You have the Bun B's and the Beyoncé's and, like everybody, Atlanta, Houston, New York, like we have all the talent. So
Like
I
really
love
though.
it. I love it.
Really.
Oh my God. I just thought of something.
What you just thought of?
In my mind, you and $1 Million Girl was having like battles. Like y'all was going back and forth, verse for verse, like trying to get you ready. And she was like, you think you gonna go to the mall with this shit?
Right.
You think you gonna go?
No, like you not like my $1 Million Girl has a lot of personality. I really want her to be like a Wendy Williams. Like I always used to tell her that, like, because she has that personality and she'll tell you like, you gonna do this, you gonna say this, and she funny too. So that's exactly how it used to go. She'd be like, you gonna do this, you gonna say this hook, you gonna say this, you can't go in there and get them, you gotta go hard. So she was definitely like one of them people, like she instilled it in me. And then she was always around little Kiki and Bun B and all those people. So she just knew like you gotta go extra hard. So when you hear a lot of my early music or like before I came out, because I didn't come out until like, especially in my music, I didn't come out until like 2016. But I've been rapping, ever since. So like my 2012 songs and stuff, you hear like that aggression and like that gangster, rap that I was doing, because that's who I was like looking up to and listening to. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like I know her.
Right.
I feel like I know her. I already know you, but I feel like I know her, and I can just imagine them sessions at the house before they went.
Right. So
yes.
So how does all of that play into the music that you typically create? Because now I haven't heard any of your stuff prior to, you coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that, Estevan. But
Yeah.
I do know the difference that at least I've heard between the music that I first came across you with
Mm-hmm.
and the music that you put out more recently.
Okay.
Yeah. So how does Houston and all of that, your upbringing, lead you to the music that you create now?
I can't even if I'm rapping, like if somebody just be like rap for me right now, I get so many different people. They be like, you sound like Andre 3000, you sound like this person, you sound like that person. So I purposely put a lot of gay things in my music so people can hear, because when they hear my voice and they hear certain things, they don't think I'm gay at all. Like I was like that person, like I'm gay. They be like, you lying. Be like, be like, okay.
Right.
But
exactly.
I had to kind of put more. That's why on Guapo, that album, I had more fun and like did more songs like Lollipop, and I did songs like Stupid and stuff. Just adding the elements so people can kind of see like I know what I was, replicating when I was coming up, but the voice is still gonna be aggression in my voice. I'm still gonna have that gangster twang and stuff like that. But I kind of like wanted to show like, hey, in a way, a gay gangster. And honestly, like it's kind of like a genre I'm trying to start. It's called gangster music, but it's spelled Gaysta. So gangster, so like a gay gangster. So yeah. So that's kind of where it's playing off as well. I'm just playing with different sounds and masculinity and femininity and kind of just putting it into my music like that.
Okay.
Fusion.
Yeah.
Right.
Fusion.
I like that, gangster.
Mm-hmm.
So well, obviously you do, but I want to hear more, I guess, in detail from you. Why do you feel it's so important to include the fact that you're gay in your music?
Because it's important to me, because a lot of the times, as we're starting to see, like with female rap being at the forefront, a lot of people don't realize a lot of those words that y'all hear and the stuff, it's from gay people. Like a lot of the lyrics that y'all hear, especially with the main girls, like Megan, Lotto, like they have a lot of LGBT help. And I'm at a point right now where I want gay rap to be mainstream, as far as like we're on the radio stations a lot, not just one person or just Saucy Santana or Lil Nas X. It's just like a slew of us, and we're featured on songs because a lot of us have the talent to where we can keep up with the heterosexual rappers. So it's like, you know, why keep us closeted or only promote us doing pride events, or you know, I don't like that thing of like, oh, we're just gonna promote y'all, you know, when the pride events come. It's like, no, we should be, you know, put to the front like everybody else. So it's kind of like a real thing right now where I'm just like, I'm not stopping until gay rap is mainstream.
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a thing of where the talent should speak for itself. Unfortunately, a lot of times it doesn't. You know, you have to have some type of gimmick or, you know, something going on. Okay.
Right.
But I do want to ask, do you see a difference between when you first came out doing music to when you came out in your music to now? Like, do you see a progression at all, or does it all feel like more of the same?
I see the progression. I feel like the world and society is kind of letting loose a little bit to where it's not so shocking. Like, oh my God, I see a boy with lashes, you know, or I see somebody with colored hair or somebody rapping, you know, that's part of the LG. They're kind of like accepting of it a little bit. So that's why I see the difference. And the other difference that I do see is kind of like, it's more, people are starting to see how marketable being gay is. So it's kind of like the labels are starting to be like, okay, well, we need our Saucy Santana. We need our, you know, so every time he do something, it really, it helps the community of rappers, because every time he win at something, Saucy Santana, it helps. And people, you know, the labels, because I get calls, I go to meetings all the time and stuff like that. So it's just like every time he do something, it's helping a lot of us too. So that's kind of the difference I'm starting to see now. Before, it was just more like, I don't really even recall anybody really being successful. Now, the first gay rapper I knew about was Bryant. That was the first one I knew about. Bryant, that was the first one I knew about. And even he had struggles too, you know, getting into the main market. So yeah, I see the difference. It is evolving. I will say that. It is evolving.
Yeah. You and Rico Cassadine were one of the first 3 or 4 gay rappers I ever found out about.
Really? That's what's up.
Right. I'm now, you know, I was a little bit new to it, but I got it.
Oh yeah. Oh, shout out, because it wasn't just Brian. It was Cakes the Killer. It was Mickey Blanco. And you know, they had the Sissy Nobi. It was a gay rapper. I don't know if people knew about him. His name was Sissy Rich. I don't know if people knew about him, but he was one. I think he was from Atlanta. I don't remember, but it was like here little peaks of people, but we never had that, that avatar moment like of a gay rapper, And I don't really consider Lil Nas X a rapper, so that's why I really haven't said we haven't really seen it yet. But I feel like it's coming soon. I really do.
Okay, we're gonna circle back around to that last comment, but I want to know because you have collaborated with a lot of artists. I think my favorite collaboration you've done is the Slut remix.
Okay.
High Yellow, Rico, I think it was Ty Mitchie, it may have been someone else I'm missing. That's
Rico.
my favorite. Yeah. Who that you haven't collaborated with yet would you like to collaborate with?
I would love to collaborate with Sauce Santana.
Okay.
I think we get like a good twerking song.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Ken, I like him. Mm-hmm. It's somebody else, but I don't want to say their name because I feel like I'm gonna give something away.
Like something that's already in the works.
There's talks. There's talks.
There's so yeah, but yeah, I do want to work with Saucy. I do want to work, and I do want to work with like I want to work with Megan again. And definitely do something more current because I feel like we can really, if me and Megan got on the song again to where it wasn't like a remix that I did with her a long time ago, we can really like bring the Houston, really show people like that Houston sound that that people need to hear. So yeah.
I'd like to hear a chopped and screwed Megan, ESTEVAN, and Beyonce track. That sounds like it'll be a nice little H-Town put on.
I really want Solange.
Okay.
I really because Solange is real, like she real deep into like that Houston culture and Houston rap. Yes. And I feel like some magic together, like visually too, like sonically, and I feel like me and Solange, Beyonce too. But me and Solange can probably make some Grammy nominated stuff.
And I can see that because, what a lot of people don't know is that Solange, writes for Beyonce. She writes a lot of her shit. So I can see that.
Now, if you do work with Solange, you have to be prepared for what's going to happen. Now, I'm going to say this. Beyonce will go in, do a song, be out. That's it. The song is it. Solange will fuck around and do a whole documentary on Houston history. By the time it was supposed to be one damn song, Matthew be out to the side. This is supposed to be one song. Don't tell me what to do, Daddy. I gotta let the people know.
Period.
Right. With the cake dress on. I'm gonna let the people know.
I love it. Well,
that's it.
I want to go ahead and get into a song. Now, this is the first song we've played by you on our show. It's a collaboration you did, another one of my favorites by ESTEVAN, featuring Vodka Radu.
Yeah.
Bust It Open. Tell the people what inspired this song. I think it's pretty obvious, but
it might not be.
Okay, so I heard the beat, and in the background you can hear it's about artist. Vodka knows her name. I'm not familiar with her name, but she's saying "ram it in my cat." And, that all these people got the accent. Sometimes you don't really know what they're saying. So I let Vodka hear it because we've been talking about doing something together. And I said, "What is she saying?" And she's saying, she's saying "ram it in my cat." Yeah, that's how they talk. She's saying "ram it in my cat." Yeah, and I'm like, what does that mean? And he was like, boy, you know what that means.
Right.
So he flipped it and added his version, and he said he need a Jimmy hat. And I'm like, what is a Jimmy hat? And he's like, that's a
right.
I'm like, okay, so once he kind of added his little flavor to it and I did my verse, that's how it came about. But it's basically just kind of like creating a sound. Like it's a lot of New Orleans people in Houston. And, with me having my Houston background and kind of like us sonically creating like a sound to where it's like Houston and New Orleans. That was the purpose of the song. Not really to make a bounce song or anything. It was kind of like, let's sonically, because he told me, you know, he likes, because he's considered a legend in New Orleans, but he don't really like the title. He feel like it ages him. So I was like, you know, let's kind of create something new. So that's what Bust It Open came.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all did it perfectly. Blended like New Orleans, Houston. You can hear it throughout the track. It's dope. Go ahead and introduce the song so we can go ahead and shake some ass.
All right, y'all. This is Bust It Open featuring Vakaradu, and the video is out on YouTube, and you're now listening to it on the Raw BJ podcast.
Yeah.
Hit it from the back, I got a Jimmy. Hey, she like my style, I wear full flash. She love my physical body, beat me up, Scotty. And Noah, you can know me, you can call me Asavaki. Vakaradu, got to shake your hip loose. Every day, floss out, magnolia off, hold up. Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. Then you clapping on the wall, then use the real pro. Do it, Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. You can take it on the ground, then use the real pro.
Slow it down, speed it up. I wanna see you bust it open, then pick it up. And can you make that ass bounce like a bungee jump? And I'ma throw my dick in like it's double dutch. They call me ESTEVAN the God, I'm the fucking man. We bout to have a gangbang, call it choo-choo train. And I'm a real freaky nigga, I can show you things. I have you screaming out your mama and your daddy name. Hey, I'ma switch my fist. I'm a gay nigga, so I'ma bend my wrist. But I bet a straight nigga couldn't fuck my bitch. And if that nigga said he did, bet he sucked my dick. I ain't got time for that line and that stressing and shit. I'm a real nigga, so I'm addressing the shit. Look, X in the box, cause you ain't checking me, bitch. I'm the black Ken, fuck the Barbie, you bitch.
Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. Then you clapping on the wall, then use the real pro. Do it, Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. You can take it on the ground, then use the real pro. Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. You can shake it 8 sounds, then use the real pro. Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. You can take it outside, then use the fo.
Yeah, I'm looking for the cash here, the stash here, 100,000 on the dash here. It's right there. Tell them hating ass bum niggas, it's no fair. When I pull up in that, ooh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Looking saucy, bossy, hella flossy. You wanna fuck with me, pay what it cost me. Bossy, hella flossy. You wanna fuck with me, pay what it cost me. Say ESTEVAN on the mission, give me your commission. Platinum in my mouth like Silver Surfer was my dentist. ESTEVAN be a guard, but no, I'm not forgiving unless you suck my dick and go and wash my dishes. Run it up, run it up. Say nigga, what a bag, give it up, give it up. You heard me, nigga? Run it up or run it up. Say nigga, what a bag, give it up, give it up. Holla at me, baby.
Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. Then you clapping on the wall, then use the real pro. Do it, Benny bust it open, then you get you some more. You can take it on the ground, then use the real pro. ESTEVAN the God, ESTEVAN the God, God. ESTEVAN the God, ESTEVAN the God, God. ESTEVAN the God, ESTEVAN the God. I'm vodka, and I'm vodka. Oh, ESTEVAN Bond, ESTEVAN the Bond Bond. ESTEVAN Bond, ESTEVAN Bond. ESTEVAN Bond, ESTEVAN Bond. ESTEVAN Bond, ESTEVAN Bond. ESTEVAN the God, ESTEVAN the God, God. ESTEVAN the God, ESTEVAN the God, God. ESTEVAN the God, ESTEVAN the God. I'm vodka, and I'm vodka. Oh. Oh.
Oh, and I'm Jota. Yeah.
Gotta do the Indian scream on it, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. Everything about that song is a yes.
It's a good workout song too. I work out.
It is.
It's up there with Zumba.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's get into some things now. So good. I got just enough time to tell you why I know this information and give you a minute to see how you're gonna respond. So you, I'm sure, are familiar with the rapper Burgo Husky. Is that correct? Huh?
I said, uh-huh.
Okay, so as you know, he's been on our show a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about the song Beef, because this is what had happened. So, you know, I'm a journalist. I've written for magazines and stuff in the past, and I noticed things. And I saw that you and Burgo, you know, you were following Burgo at one point, And then you had commented under his post one time to check his DMs. And shortly after that, I noticed that you were no longer following him. So I wanted to know what happened in those DMs. And then shortly after that, you came up with the song Beef, where you said the line, "Oh, husky fat fuck." And it got me to thinking, does any of this have anything to do with the next?
You are a very good journalist.
I am.
So
He was this close to writing for Law and Order SVU. When I say this close,
look, because he said, "Wait, I forgot I even said that. Check your DM." But okay, so the story how it started off was correct. Yes, it was about him. That song Beef. But for a long time, I got a lot of people DMing me like, I should work with him or we should work together because they was like, y'all have similar like sounds. I think y'all can make some songs. People will always tell me that. I'm like, okay. I just put it in my head. And then when Me came out, the song Me, I wanted to do a remix, which I did. And I wanted to include him on it. And when I DM'd him, it was just real nasty how he came at me with the offer to get on the song. So I didn't like it at all. I really didn't. So instead of me like kind of like going off on Twitter or doing that, I just put it in the music because I was like, it was just the things that he said I didn't like. I didn't like it at all. And I kind of called Rico Cassadine. I was like, do you know him? Because he, like, I don't think he liked me, girl. And Rico was like, yeah, he did the same thing to me when I wanted to work with him. So I don't know. I was like, maybe it's I know he's from like South Carolina or something like that.
North Carolina, yeah.
North Carolina. I was like, I don't know if maybe, is not, he doesn't have like a Southern charm or anything, or he's just not nice, but he just wasn't nice at all. So that's where Beef became what it became.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
you knew all this before you even asked the damn question.
I need a confirmation. I can't.
You see this, right, Estevan? You see this nigga sitting over here like he on Masterpiece Theater. And then what happened? Like,
I knew something happened in the DMs, but of course I don't have access to y'all DMs, so I don't know,
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
We did.
I'm okay with being vocal about it because another artist, Big Daddy Karsten, I don't know if y'all know him. He hit me up and was like, he just knew who I was talking about. I was like, how do you know? He was like, I thought y'all should do the song together. I was like, I'm cool with doing songs. If you look at my history, I do songs with everybody. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know if he felt intimidated. I don't know if people was coming to him as well, like, y'all should do something together. But it just felt like, it just felt like to me, he felt like I was beneath him. So, yeah.
Well, that's awful to hear because I, just like everybody else, when I saw you post it, like check your DMs, I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna happen, Virgo and Estevan on the track, like it's gonna be dope.
That's what people.
Yeah, but no. Okay. Well, moving on.
You found
why you not gonna ask the question you normally ask people?
What question?
Because okay, well, I'm gonna ask. Is there any hope? Don't do this. Don't laugh at me. Is there any hope?
The answer's gonna be no, I'm sure. Would you in the future if it came
but let me frame the question the way I was gonna frame it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any hope? And before I finish the question, I want to frame it around representation and progress in the music industry with the community as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
With that in mind, and also with progression and growth. People grow, people change, mindsets change, and also, in a DM, there's a chance for miscommunication because there is no tone.
Right.
So is there hope that this can that something else
That
can come
y'all
about
would
later.
collaborate
That's all
in
I'm
the
gonna.
future.
That's all I'm asking.
I actually hope so because
I'm sorry.
it's so
I'm sorry. Go
many
ahead.
people. It's so many people. I mean, it's not enough people in the industry that to represent us. So I don't want to do that or beef. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to defend myself and take up for myself. But I would have hoped he would just been like, no, I don't really, maybe not that song. You know what I'm saying? Not that song, or, you know, maybe something different, you know, because, you know, people, you know, if we look at the Lotto and the Nicki Minaj situation, that's kind of the same thing. Lotto gave her a song, she didn't like it, and it was like, okay, they moved on from it. But then other stuff came out, you know what I'm saying, about songs. So it's just like, if I'm hitting you up to get on a song, it's because I like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to work with you if I don't like you. So it's hopefully, you know, but hopefully, I don't know what his answer would be. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm hoping for myself personally. By this time next year, I'm hoping for a tofu track. The beef is gone. I'm just hoping for a veggie track with a 3-way track. I want to see you. I want to see Rico. I want to see Virgo. And then you know, all the vegans are gonna be like, yes, this is what we was waiting on.
Yes, hopefully we get a tofu version.
I love it. We were supposed to actually have you on the show last year. You were supposed to be coming to Atlanta, and then you fell ill. You have an eye condition. Tell us about that. What is it called?
The eye condition is called keratoconus. Keratoconus. I've been having it since I want to say, well, I knew about it. I found out about it around like 2013. Because I always thought it was astigmatism, but basically what it is my what they call it, like the little middle part of your eye. It's supposed to be like a beach ball, but mine is actually turning into a football. So where it's like poking out of the socket. So, you know, sometimes I wear contacts, but sometimes it could get too like crazy. That's why I have to make sure I'm not like getting any dirt in my eyes, stuff like that, to where I couldn't even open my eyes, you know, during time. So it's like I couldn't do nothing. So it's like I have to wait it out and and it's not really a cure for it. It's kind of just one of those things where the eye doctors are like, yeah, we just give you things to prevent it and, you know, to help it, but you're kind of going to grow with it. And I'm like, yeah. So hopefully, you know, with studies shown and stuff like that, they can actually do something that actually cures it and help people that have it. What's his name? August Alsina, he has the same eye condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
does it cause you pain?
Imagine, okay, so first of all, I can't see out of it. So it's like I only have one good eye. And if, you know, my one good eye isn't working and that one ain't working. So it's just like
Wait, so your normal day-to-day life, you only have one good eye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when this condition flares up, it takes you both down. Okay.
Yeah. So it just makes it hard to like even, it's like an irritating feeling too. Like, you know, if you ever had anything with your eyes, it's just like very irritating. And with you needing your eyes to see, it's like, you know, it's just hard. And I'm very sufficient and independent. So it's like, if I stop, everybody else stops. So it's just like, that's kind of the situation what happened with last year.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we were definitely praying for you then, and we're still praying for you now. We hope that, you know, this condition continues to stay at ease.
Oh, 100%. And also, I'm glad that we're having the conversation and also being able to destigmatize it, because there are people with your condition that I can assure you are acting like nothing is wrong whatsoever because they don't want to be the person that has to talk about the illness. Like they're just walking around bumping into stuff and their friends are probably like, Kathy is so fucking clumsy. But the truth is, Kathy can't goddamn see, but she doesn't want to tell y'all because y'all gonna start making her Kathy, the one that can't see, instead of Kathy, the person. And
Right.
and when you're an independent individual and you're used to doing things for yourself, the last thing I assure you, the last thing I'm gonna do is ask for help. It is the very last resort. Or in fact, I will feel my way through like Ray Charles before I will ask you for any fucking thing.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like I had to kind of like get out of that and start asking for help and going to the doctors and being like, okay, this is what's going on. Because if you don't tell the doctor, they're not going to do anything because you didn't tell them. They're just going to be like, okay, we're just going to give you some more glasses, not realizing the glasses not helping either. So it's just like, yeah, with anybody with that condition or anything with their eyes, please go to the doctor and tell them everything. Tell them if I see a light down the street, I see it in threes. You know, like I can't see. And it's like once I started vocalizing that and telling people like I had this condition, like, and that's when, you know, I was able to get help and do different things and just stop being so stubborn and not like, because I used to have that bad of not wanting to ask people for help. And it's just like now, no, I'm asking for help because like,
Right.
like I ask for help now.
Well, speaking of things that you can see, we can now see Estevan the God on OnlyFans.
You can see that with or without 20/20 vision.
With or without your glasses, y'all.
HD.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know,
Okay.
I put it on there not realizing that half the people that's in my close friends, because first of all, I don't even remember putting like half people. So the fact that you even saw it, I'm like, look, hey, it is.
Well, you know, we follow each other on my personal page too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, our investigative team,
right? You know,
wasn't going to miss it, and all I anticipate is like the people from church being on the phone. You know, Vaughn out here doing Vaughn. You know, Rika used to babysit him, and now he out here doing. Ain't nobody told me nothing,
girl.
Let me call some more people and see what's going on.
But okay, so what? So this is something that you've actually had going on for a few years now.
Yeah, I think I first started in like 2018.
Okay.
But I you know, nobody knew it was me. I hit tattoos, hit face, hit all that. But I just, now that I'm getting bigger, like, and my rapper friend, his name is Bryce. He kind of was like, you should do this, you should do that, because like it's money in it, like, and especially for, you know, my size, thick guys, like, oh my God, like it's a moneymaker. Like people want to see things. So I'm just like, okay, you know, at first I was skeptical of like adding Guapo, the brand, to that, but I don't know, a light bulb just went on and was just like, what are you hiding it for? So it's more body positivity than just like sexual stuff and all that. So I'm just kind of more doing like body positivity, you know, and representing for the thick guys. Like we need that representation too. So you have it in rap, and now you have it in OnlyFans, you know, and I'm going to attach myself to a lot of things, you know, not just, you know, OnlyFans and you know, rap, but just attach my look. Because I actually love, a lot of people ask me like, why don't you lose weight or do this? But I've always loved having a stomach. I always loved having like, you know, a body. So
right.
I just want to put like that out. Like it's more body positivity and just showing like, yeah, I can do it. Anybody can do it. You know.
Period. I think I might start me one. What
You
think,
should.
Brittany? You gonna be my camera girl?
Listen, I don't care what you're doing. I am not helping you shave your asshole. So whatever you're gonna do,
I'm not shaving anything.
Listen, I don't give a fuck what it is.
They're gonna get it how it is.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna help you set up the tripod and then I'm gonna leave. So
I'm gonna have to get some tips from you, Estevan. Like, we're gonna talk. So
hashtag check your DM.
Check your DM, right?
That's gonna be a track too. Check your DM is gonna drop. Watch.
Right.
So, all right, y'all. If y'all want to see Pretty Boy Aubrey, go ahead over there to OnlyFans and check him out. Speaking of Pretty Boy Aubrey, this has got to be my favorite Estevan the God song of all. Like, there's not a single
Really?
song that you have done that I like more than this one. My
Okay.
favorite. I bump this up and down the street. I bump this in the kitchen. I play this song everywhere. Please tell the people about Pretty Boy Aubrey.
I recorded that song in 2019 or 18, one of the two. And that's kind of where what before I did Guapo, I used to call myself Pretty Boy. And that's kind of like I was Pretty Boy, and this was back in like the mixtape days, like when people used to drop mixtapes, and so I had Pretty Boy music, and that was my thing. So when I kind of did that, I heard that beat, I was like, this, I'm gonna add some, like, I'm gonna go to one of my like old school kind of flows and do that on here. And then so that's where a lot of that flow and
yes, baby. Woo! That flow.
And Aubrey is my real name. So yeah, it's my first name, Aubrey.
I love it. Listen, we ain't waiting no more. Introduce the song.
All right.
Introduce the song for us.
All right. So this is Pretty Boy Aubrey, and you are now listening to it on the Raw BJ podcast.
Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. I'm a pretty motherfucker, a pretty motherfucker. 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 Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, 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 all of my niggas is hot. All of my niggas bout guap. Selling that work in the shops. Bitch, I got keys to the locks. We do not fuck with the ops, so that should tell you a lot. Fuck with me if you want, and I'll be blowing them spots. Who the fuck you think you is? I'm that nigga with the biz. I got sons, daughters, pets, even fucking stepkids. I'm not sorry, fuck it, no, I'm not sorry. In H-Town, I really rock. Covers Guapo market. All of these niggas won't do me now, so I take money and then I bounce. Put it all in my bank account, eat my ass like a stakeout. Suck my dick in a penthouse, lick my balls on the fucking couch. Hold up, wait a minute, let me get up so I can bust a nut in your fucking mouth. You know that I'm all about that freaky shit. 9-10 goddess Mikey on that pinky shit. Where them niggas that be on that thuggin' shit? Grills gleaming in they mouth on that soldier shit. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. I'm a pretty motherfucker, a pretty motherfucker. 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 Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, 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 we're cute, we're hot, we're everything you're not. We looked you up on Google just to find out you're a flop. We're cute, we're hot, we're everything you're not. We looked you up on Google just to find out you're a flop. We're cute, we're hot, we're everything you're not. We looked you up on Google just to find out you're a flop. We're cute, we're hot, we're everything you're not. We looked you up on Google just to find out you're a flop. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Ooh, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. I'm a pretty motherfucker, a pretty motherfucker. 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 Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. Pretty motherfucker, pretty boy.
Pretty boy. You got the fuck down with that one. Okay. Let me tell you. Okay. Don't be getting shy now. Listen. If you ain't never did, that's the one. I'm telling you. That's my all-time favorite ESTEVAN song.
Okay.
But Now it's time for a game. You want to play a game with us?
Sure.
Okay. Do you know what this game is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, let me tell you. This game is called Rapid Fire. So we're going to give you, ESTEVAN the God, Guapo himself, the pretty boy, 60 whole seconds to answer as many of these questions as you can. We want you to give us the first answer that comes to your mind.
Without thinking, rapid fire.
Rapid.
Okay.
I mean, you don't win a prize if you get all 18 questions, but we will salute you.
Okay.
No. That's what he said. There's definitely a pride factor that goes along with rapid fire. There are 18 questions.
That's true.
And there are several people who have gotten stomped at 5.
Yes.
Though there is no prize, there is a pride involved.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So if you are ready for this jelly, let's go.
If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
Why slavery?
Do you believe in magic?
Yes.
Would you sell your soul for anything?
Absolutely not.
What if it was for the life of a child?
No.
What is your dumbest purchase?
Candy.
What color best describes you?
Purple.
Whose brain would you like to pick?
Beyonce.
What do you do when you're by yourself?
Look in the mirror.
Favorite sex position?
Missionary.
How would you describe your perfect day?
Not too hot, not too cold.
How would you describe the color green to a blind and deaf person?
Repeat that one?
How would you know? I want the answer to this one. How would you describe the color green to a blind and deaf person?
Spinach.
That's new. I give you that. That's new.
That's new. That is new.
I just want you to know that we had a couple of people, and I mean a couple of people who just screamed grass.
Yeah. Grass.
Grass. No,
Grass.
they screamed it.
Yeah.
Grass. like we was on Family Feud or something.
Lord, that was fun. Okay.
Yeah.
You got 10 out of 18. So
How many was that?
you got 10 out of 18.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's a sight better than some other people. I can tell you that now.
You made it much further than some. So.
And you paused at the beginning. I was like, shit, this is gonna be one of
Right.
them.
I was just like, oh fuck, he ain't ready for this jelly.
When he said, why slavery? I'm still trying to figure out why that's not other people's question.
Right. Well, other people usually just say why. They don't say why what. They just say why.
Why what?
Yeah.
Right.
Why slavery? That's a good one. Probably my favorite one.
I got another one, but
What?
why death? Okay.
Oh, shit.
Like,
Because some people know.
listen, you know, sometimes it should just be morality based.
Right.
Maybe, you know, like people who are being mean to other people who are torturing other people, get them up out of here. But the others, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers planting trees, kissing babies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Leave them here forever.
Yes.
And I understand it. I would probably ask that question too.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, we have a few more questions for you before we close this thing on out, and we have another song to get to as well.
Okay.
But I do want to know, because we've never been blessed enough to see you perform live, but we have seen footage on the gram.
Mhm.
So, if you could open a show for any artist, who would it be?
Ooh. Just one?
Just one, Guapo.
Ugh.
Pretty so.
So
Pretty
many.
Guapo.
I would say Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I
Okay,
did not see that one coming.
Shout out to Calvin. All right.
If it was Nate Dogg, I would be Nate Dogg because I love Nate Dogg.
Right.
But you know, he's not here. But Snoop Dogg is like the closest thing. And a lot of people say I sound like him, But I think a lot of the new music that I'm getting ready to drop has a very Pharrell and Snoop Dogg feel to it. So Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
So who knows? Maybe it might happen.
So, what is your favorite song to perform?
Slut. It's my song. Because when I start screaming that lick me from my head to when I tell you they be going crazy in there, I'll be like, okay, I like the reaction, the energy. So Slut is surprisingly my favorite song.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you that's one of my bops too. So, what do you think has been your biggest musical challenge so far?
What I'm working on is just the business. That has been challenging, but when you're doing everything by yourself and trying to like get a team together and all that, that's kind of like the challenge, but things are working out. I don't know if you guys seen the post today, but my song "Pray for the Hoes" will be in one of Keke Palmer's new TV shows called
Okay.
Ho and Tell.
Okay.
The first episode drops Thursday on YouTube and Facebook. So, and they actually got a few songs in there from me. So, just doing that and you gotta sign papers and look over contracts. It's just not like, oh, you want my song in it. So that's like the challenging part. But I'm getting, I'm staying with it and researching and looking up YouTube stuff and looking over like who to hire and who to talk to and make sure I'm not signing stuff that don't need to be signed away. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here for that. No, I didn't know, but congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, pray for the hoes. It was so hard. Like usually we only play 2 songs from the artist. And I had to put Bust It Open in there. Plus the 2 that you sent. And I requested Pretty Boy Aubrey.
Pretty Boy Aubrey, yes.
It's just so many. You heard like so many good songs. It just was so hard for me to think of like what few we wanted to play today.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty Boy Aubrey is good though, because I haven't listened to that one in a while.
That's my jam. You should listen to that every day. In my mind, you wake up to that song. Like you float out of bed and it's like, hey,
Pretty Boy. I am now.
You should. This is that song. I tell you, like when I'm feeling like, oh my God, my hair ain't cute, I'm not shaved, I'm a little too fat today. I play that song and I'm just like, yeah, fuck you bitches. I'm still pretty. That's my thing.
All right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Meat. Now, this is your most recent single, right?
Yes. It's like I dropped it earlier this year, but it's the one that a lot of TikToks get done to. People you cook their food to the song and do their little thing to it. It's supposed to be about booty and but people actually, I think it's like became like a thing for actual food. So yeah, I like it. I was hungry when I wrote it. So
hungry for food or hungry for booty?
For food. But, I was like, the people wanted a new slut song. So I was like, we talk about things, being eaten and orally and stuff. So why not kind of play on foods and sex at the same time?
Yeah.
But people gravitate to more of the food stuff, which is fine with me.
Right, as long as they listening. Shit.
Right, listening.
Like that. So do you feel like this song stacks up to Slut?
Because I performed it a few times, and I will say the girls be shaking butt to it. But I think Slut has more of a nostalgia to it with the what's your fantasy sample in it. So I think they do different things for different people. They do different.
Well, let's go ahead and get some meat. Go ahead and introduce the song.
All right, y'all. This is Meat, and you're listening to it on the Raw BJ podcast.
Guapo. Yeah. Bitch, I want that meat. 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 Bitch, give me that meat. 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 Bitch, I want that meat. Meat. Bitch, give me that meat. Give me that meat. Give me that meat. Give me that meat. Bitch, I want that. Get the number 2, thick thighs will do. Juicy like a steak, tryna get with you. Booty hella plump and it's heavy too. Put it in my face, I'ma fuck with you. Pay your bills, bring it to my crib. Show you how a real nigga tryna live. Let's go. Grade A booty, throw it on my grill. You can call me South Bay, I got hella skills. I'ma beat that meat, I'ma chop it up. Throw it in the pan, don't give a fuck. Season that shit, then mix it up. Put a little sauce, don't need too much. Stick my meat all in your guts. Bust 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nuts. Bitty bitty bum bum, bitty bitty bum bum, bitty bitty bum. Come mix it up. Meat. Bitch, give me that meat. Meat. Bitch, I want that meat. Meat. Bitch, give me that meat. Give me that meat. Give me that meat. Give me that meat. Bitch, I want that up, split it wide like a chicken wing. I'ma give you mad ding-a-ling like a sausage link. I want hella cheese and fajitas on my taco, please. Have it my way, I'm the rap gang, Burger King. Fold your legs up, split it wide like a chicken wing. I'ma give you mad ding-a-ling like a sausage link. I want hella cheese and fajitas on my taco, please. Have it my way, I'm the rap gang, Burger King. Bitch, I want that meat. Meat. Bitch, give me that meat. Meat. Bitch, I want that meat. Meat.
So you need to use your song in your OnlyFans. It just all just kind of goes together, like.
I do. My songs is in there. Sluts in there. Meat's in there. Yeah, my music is there.
Okay.
That's one of the main reasons why I started OnlyFans. That was a way to promote my music. Because I'm sorry, like, okay, the name of one of my projects is coming out. It's going to be called Sex Sales. So it's just kind of like just understanding, like, we can't get past it. Sex sells, and we're not going to sit here and act like it doesn't. You know, I can put a song about being the best me I can be, inspirational, and I can have another song about fucking and licking and sucking, and that's the song everybody gonna gravitate towards. And even the people that don't like it, before they talk about the positive song I'm doing, they're gonna talk about the sex song. So, you know, just kind of like knowing that and just being like, you know what? Yeah, so that's initially what OnlyFans was for, is to like a promotion thing for ESTEVAN the God.
Yes, get that bag, honey. I ain't mad at you.
Right?
So yeah, so this is the end.
Damn you.
MICKEY.
Fuck you, JOE. I'm so tired of you.
Wait. I thought you had a question for me.
Yes,
we do.
and that's why I told him.
This is it, though. No more songs. This is the last 3 questions, and then that's it.
They always try to silence somebody great. Like every time someone great be on the verge of greatness, it be like, well, we're winding down now.
Don't let them Joan Rivers you up there.
I am. Listen, go ahead. What you got to say, girl?
Thank you. And I'm gonna do it in my reporter voice. Tonight, we're gonna get into it. ESTEVAN, how the heaven are you?
I'm great.
Wonderful. I do have some questions based on what I saw. You did a food review on pink sauce.
Yes,
me
I
know.
did.
What kind of pink was it?
It was like a tickle me pink.
Okay. Like the right kind of pink. Everybody knows what that means.
The pink that don't
Yeah.
Right. It winked. It don't stink. So I noticed that you were having some very delicious food with the pink sauce. Did you prepare it yourself?
No, that was from Timmy Chan's. Timmy Chan's is a chicken spot in Houston that I think everybody should come to when they, if you ever come to Houston. And yeah, that's where that chicken was from. It's from Timmy Chan's.
Okay, they were winging it. Next question. If we come to Houston, will you take us to get some?
Absolutely. That's the first thing we're gonna do.
It's probably the second, but the first thing is gonna happen is he's gonna want to smoke.
Period.
And I'm gonna want to change my wig because after the ride in the car, my road trip wig and my wig in town are two different wigs. But, don't do me, okay? Don't do me. So
you need a wig for Timmy Chan's. You need a wig for Timmy Chan's.
Yes, that's all. See, Esteban gets it. Thank you. Mucho pelo. So, the other thing I wanted to know is, do you actually prepare meals? Like, do you get into some gourmet stuff when it's just you?
I can cook. So I like last night I fried some fish, made a salad. I can do basic stuff. Like gourmet, I don't think I can do that. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried to just do anything like, the little pretty plates and stuff. But I can fry pork chops. I can fry chicken. I can know how to make mashed potatoes. I know how to make macaroni and Alfredo and that kind of stuff.
That's what's up. That's the only criteria I have.
I know how to make boudin balls.
Pat me a ball. So
that's the it's a gourmet.
Yes.
You had me at booty in. No, something tells me.
And Dewey.
Something tells me
We're gonna be banned from every grocery store.
Every grocery store, child. Something tells me that you would be able to do gourmet dishes. You're creative. So I feel like creative people, it translates over into different fields if you put the effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta sit down and not sit down, but I just gotta like be still and actually, because most of the time when I am cooking, I'm cooking because I'm hungry.
Right.
Actually like and seeing what I can do. I probably could do something real creative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we come down to Houston, just so you know, there's a gourmet chef that'll be with us.
Oh yes,
He makes everything. He even makes brioche French toast, and it's thick enough to work at Magic City. Now, when I tell you, it was so thick, I thought that dude in the wheelchair was gonna be like, if there's anybody in here who don't want to get murdered, I thought the Players Club was gonna be in the kitchen. Child, I was in there ducking like a motherfucker, making sure I can make it to see another day.
Oh, I gotta request some stuff into taste because
shrimp and grits and lobster tails would be my thing, but you can request whatever you prefer.
Most definitely. I cook for Guapo.
Thank God it's on tape.
We were supposed to go to the botanical gardens when he came down.
They ain't got no damn grits.
They don't have to have grits. The grits, I got the grits here.
They lost me at not having grits.
Guapo loves plants.
Who place or something? Because I love seafood.
Thank you. Hello.
You said what?
Seafood places.
We supposed to go to a seafood place.
Well, I mean that too. I mean there's a seafood place here somewhere. There's that seafood. They're really good.
Likely, I will request some seafood. Okay.
Well, I got you. Just
Good.
Whenever we in Houston, are you in Atlanta? Just hit a play.
I'll be real soon. So.
Okay. So I do want to know though, what is the best advice that you've ever been given?
Yeah. The best advice that I was ever given was from my grandmother. She basically, a long story short, she basically like just said always have always what's that saying that they say? Don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing.
Mhm.
But like always like just keep a mystique about you, like and like don't let people know how much money you got, you know, and all that type of stuff. Like just keeping things a secret. What people don't know will not hurt them, you know. And I, with me following that, I like people in my family and just stuff that I witnessed. It's like she was right. Like what people don't know will not hurt them, and it'll help you not be a target either,
Mhm.
you know.
Right,
Because
right.
in this industry, you know, rappers are targets. You know, even if you not that popular, like you still getting killed before you even, you know, have your moment. So it's just like, yeah, that's some good advice, especially in today's time.
It's
Yeah.
totally sound advice. And the only thing that I think about is,
Sorry.
when people are like, in this industry, you don't want to give too much.
Hmm.
That advice is totally true.
Yes,
Completely.
because people
Definitely.
people are always watching. So I've learned that not the hard way, but I've learned it looking at other people's situation. Like people are always watching.
Right. So yeah, great advice. So we know that we got some new music coming from the Guapo God soon.
Hmm.
What else you got coming for us over the next year? A trip to Atlanta.
Trip to Atlanta. Hopefully, you know, with this little this Kiki Palmer TV show, you know, that helps me. I'm actually going to be in another TV show that's coming out. It's about go-go dance, like gay go-go dancers. So they got some of my songs too. So hopefully, you know, with exposure that I'm getting and stuff like that, and still working, I got videos to do with the song I just dropped with Bodyguard. It's called Mr. Freak Me. We working on the videos and stuff like that. And just traveling more because I went to New York and performed Slut and all that, and that was such like a rush for me. Like just being around people and people like looking at me like, "Where you from?" Because we know you're not from here, and
Right.
like just that feeling and people like liking my music and my style and stuff. So definitely trying to get into other markets and stuff, you know, across the United States. So yes, that's what I'm focused on and moving around, letting people see my face and having a good time and you know.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Period. So what's the message that you want to leave for your supporters, followers, fans, our
The
listeners?
message I will leave is do not give up. Consistency is key. And if you are somebody that want to do this, learn how to take breaks, you know. You can step away from the canvas for a little bit and then you come back, you know. You will drive yourself crazy trying to, you know, do whatever your career is, because it don't have to be rapping, but whatever your career is, the moment things don't go the way you want, that's not the indication that it's not for you. So sometimes when you step back and you come back and you look and be like, oh, you know, maybe I could do it this way, that way. And research too. You know, look at the people that came before you that was doing what you're doing. And, you know, that's what I want to leave a lot of people that listen to me, because I get the question all the time, like, how you do this or how you do that? And it's just like, I researched, I looked at the greats, I look at the people that's doing the same things that I'm doing, and kind of like, you know, just added my own little twist to it, or, you know, did what I needed to do. But yeah, it's definitely important to do your research before you get involved into anything.
Period.
Hmm.
Tell the people where to find Pretty Boy Aubrey at.
You can find me at ESTEVANTheGod.com. That's ESTEVAN the God. I'm on Instagram, Estevan the God, Twitter, Estevan the God. Everything is Estevan the God. And you can Google me now. I Google myself and I was like, okay. They got cute pictures. They got like my
Period. Come
only thing
on,
that's missing
Google.
is my little Wikipedia bio, but that's gonna be
Yes.
soon. But yeah, so
Listen.
you can be everywhere at Estevan the God.
Love it, y'all. Y'all know where to find us at the Raw BJ Podcast on all streaming platforms. You can find our sponsor, TNT Enterprise, at TNT Enterprise 18 on Instagram. if you want some of these delectable handcrafted home goods. Check them out. Brittany,
Yes.
you have anything to say, darling?
Yes, thank God. And to all of our fans and listeners, I just want y'all to know that home is where the heart is, and ours has always been with you. Thank you so much for listening. And in the words of Maury Povich, until next time, America, and all the other countries that listen.
Pretty boy.
Period, y'all. Come back next time for another Raw BJ, and we will all come together.
Pretty boy. Come on. Pretty boy. Ooh. Pretty boy. Ooh.
I was ready.
I know
you
were
was
ready.
not ready.
You were throwing me off.
What the fuck did I do?
It
That's such a Gemini thing to say. Because I ain't did nothing to you, but now all of a sudden you gotta be the victim. Ciao, bye.